Top 4 Juices to Restore Vision and Memory While You Sleep for Seniors. Here's something almost no one tells you after 60, and it surprises a lot of people. More than 92% of adults over 65 are missing at least one key nutrient their brain and eyes need to repair themselves, not during the day, at night, while you sleep. That means if you wake up with blurry vision that takes time to clear, if names slip away more easily than they used to, if your eyes feel tired after just a few minutes on a screen, it may not be just aging. It may be that your body is trying to repair itself every night, but it doesn't have the right fuel to do it. And here's the hard part. Most people never realize this is happening. They blame themselves. They think this is just what getting older feels like. But what if that's not true? What if your brain and eyes haven't given up at all? They're just waiting for the right support at the right time. Tonight matters. What you give your body before sleep matters. So before you accept blurry mornings or fading focus as permanent, stay with me, because once you understand what's missing, you may see your nights and your days very differently. 1. Carrot juice. Let us start with the first one, and probably the most familiar. If you ask me to name one juice that older adults overlook, it is carrot juice, and they should not. Carrot juice is one of the few natural drinks that can support both your retina and your prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain tied to memory and focus. Here is how it works. Carrots are rich in beta-carotene, which your body converts into vitamin A. Vitamin A is essential for maintaining the health of your retina, especially the photoreceptor cells that help you see in low light. Without enough vitamin A, these cells can weaken over time, leading to night blindness, blurry vision, and dry eyes, all common issues in older adults. But that is only half the story. Carrot juice also contains lutein and zeaxanthin, two carotenoids known for helping protect the macula, the part of your eye responsible for sharp central vision. These compounds do not only help slow damage, they also help the eye recover from oxidative stress, especially after years of screen exposure or ultraviolet light. Now let us talk about the brain. Carrot juice contains falcarinol, a natural plant compound that research suggests may help protect neuronal membranes and reduce inflammation in brain tissue. A study published in Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience in 2021 reported that regular intake of beta-carotene-rich juice was associated with improved working memory and cognitive recall in adults over 65, especially those showing early signs of cognitive decline. In that same study, participants who drank 250 milliliters of carrot juice every morning for 8 weeks showed a 13% improvement in visual recall tests. Compared to the placebo group, that may not sound dramatic until you realize it can be the difference between forgetting someone's name and remembering where you left your keys. And here is the key detail many people miss. The nutrients in carrot juice are absorbed better when you consume them with healthy fat. So if you want carrot juice to actually work for you, pair it with something like a teaspoon of olive oil or a small handful of walnuts. So if you want to make carrot juice part of your routine, here is what I recommend. Make it fresh in the morning. Use 2 to 3 medium carrots, peeled and juiced. Add a slice of ginger if you want a stronger bite, or a squeeze of lemon for extra vitamin C. Most importantly, drink it with breakfast, something that includes healthy fat. Even whole grain toast with avocado can make a noticeable difference. Because when your body gets the right fuel, your eyes feel more awake, your mind feels sharper, and your day can start to feel completely different. Coming up next is a deep red juice that may be even more powerful, especially if you deal with brain fog or poor circulation. It is bold, it is earthy, and it works fast. 2. Beet juice. Let us talk about beet juice. Let us be honest, most people over 60 do not think about blood flow when they think about memory loss or blurry vision. But they should, because without strong, steady circulation, your brain and eyes can be deprived of the one thing they depend on to function well, oxygen. And that is where beet juice comes in. Beets are rich in dietary nitrates. When you drink beet juice, these nitrates are converted into nitric oxide, a natural molecule that signals your blood vessels to relax and widen. This process is called vasodilation, and it matters because as your blood vessels expand, more oxygen-rich blood reaches your brain and retina, delivering the fuel these organs need to support repair, especially at night. A clinical study published in the journal Nitric Oxide in 2020 found that adults over 60 who drank beet juice daily had significantly improved cerebral blood flow, particularly in the frontal lobe, the area responsible for attention, decision-making, and short-term memory. That same study showed that after just 4 weeks, participants had faster reaction times and better focus during cognitive tests. And when it comes to your eyes, nitric oxide also plays a protective role. It supports the vascular network of the retina, helping reduce microvascular damage that can contribute to age-related macular degeneration. Another study published in the Journal of Ocular Pharmacology and Therapeutics in 2019 reported that increased nitric oxide production associated with beet juice intake helped maintain retinal thickness and reduce oxidative stress in aging subjects. What I love most about beet juice is how fast it can work. Unlike fat-soluble compounds that take longer to absorb, nitric oxide production from beet juice can begin within 30 minutes of drinking it. That can mean sharper focus, better blood flow, and clearer vision, sometimes within the same day. Of course, results vary, but if you have been feeling mentally sluggish, or your eyes feel tired, dull, or strained by afternoon, this may be the natural boost your body has been waiting for. Here is how I recommend drinking it. Use 1 medium raw beet, peel it, slice it, and juice it with a small apple or half an orange to balance the earthy flavor. Drink it in the afternoon, between 2 and 4 in the afternoon, when most people feel that drop in energy and mental clarity. You can also pair it with a brisk walk to maximize blood flow, but even on its own, it is incredibly powerful. Just 1 glass a day, and your brain and eyes get the oxygen-rich blood they deeply need. Now let us move to a completely different kind of power, the kind that works at a cellular level, rebuilding and protecting your neurons and retinal cells. 3. Blueberry juice. Up next is the deep purple juice most people overlook, blueberry juice. Some foods help protect you, but some can also help rebuild what time and age have taken away. Blueberry juice can do both. Blueberries are one of the richest natural sources of anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants that do not only fight inflammation, they may also support neurogenesis. That means they can help the brain form new cells. That is not just a theory. A landmark study published in the Journals of Gerontology Series A in 2020 found that older adults who consumed wild blueberry juice daily for 12 weeks experienced significant improvements in memory recall, processing speed, and patterns of brain activation measured on magnetic resonance imaging. Researchers linked these effects to anthocyanins being able to cross the blood-brain barrier, reduce oxidative stress in the hippocampus, and increase brain-derived neurotrophic factor, also known as BDNF, a protein that supports the survival and growth of brain cells. And for the eyes, blueberry juice can play an equally powerful role. Anthocyanins help protect retinal ganglion cells, which are crucial for sending visual signals from the eye to the brain. A study published in Molecular Vision in 2019 found that regular intake of blueberry extract helped preserve retinal structure in older test subjects, even under oxidative stress. That is why blueberry juice can be so effective. It does not only slow decline, it supports cell repair in the systems that help you think clearly and see sharply. One of my patients, Helen, age 74, told me reading had become frustrating. The words would blur. Her mind felt slower. She started drinking blueberry juice every evening. Within weeks, she was back to her crossword puzzles, sharper, more focused, and smiling again. If you want to try this, here is what I recommend. Use fresh or frozen wild blueberries, about 1 cup. Blend them with a little water or with half a banana if you want a thicker drink. Have it in the evening, about 90 minutes before bed. That is when your brain begins its nightly repair cycle, and these nutrients can go straight to work. Blueberry juice will not fix everything overnight, but when you give your brain and eyes the right building blocks, they respond. They repair, even after years, even after hard wear and tear. Now we saved one of the most surprising juices for last. It is green, it is humble, and it might be the ultimate elixir for aging minds and tired eyes. Spinach juice. Let us talk about spinach juice. Spinach is one of the most underrated foods for the brain and eyes in the world, and when you juice it, you unlock more of its potential. Spinach contains lutein and zeaxanthin, 2 carotenoids that are stored in the macula, the central part of your retina responsible for sharp, detailed vision. As we age, levels of these protective pigments decline. That is when the macula becomes more vulnerable to oxidative stress, ultraviolet damage, and inflammation, which can drive blurry vision and macular degeneration. But spinach juice offers more than protection. It can support function in a meaningful way. A study published in Nutrients in 2020 found that higher blood levels of lutein and zeaxanthin from leafy greens were directly associated with better contrast sensitivity and faster visual processing speed, especially in older adults. In simple terms, you see more clearly and you process what you see more quickly. Now let us talk about the brain. Spinach is rich in folate, a B vitamin that supports neurotransmitter production, including dopamine and serotonin, the brain chemicals tied to mood and motivation. More importantly, folate helps regulate homocysteine, a compound that, when elevated, can damage brain cells and is strongly linked to cognitive decline. In 2018, a randomized trial published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults with low folate levels scored lower on memory and attention tests. When folate was restored through diet, cognitive function improved in measurable ways. Spinach also provides vitamin K, which supports the integrity of brain cell membranes and plays a role in myelin formation, the protective coating around neurons that helps signals travel faster. What makes spinach juice especially powerful is its synergistic profile, a balanced mix of antioxidants, anti-inflammatory compounds, and essential vitamins that work together to protect, nourish, and even help reactivate dormant pathways. But there is one important catch. Spinach contains oxalates, which can interfere with calcium absorption and may not be ideal in large amounts for people with kidney issues. That is why moderation matters. Here is what I recommend. Use 1 large handful of raw spinach. Combine it with a green apple or half a cucumber to soften the flavor. Juice it fresh and drink it in the late morning or before lunch, when your body can absorb its nutrients well without interference from heavy meals. Even 1 small glass can bring a noticeable lift in visual clarity and mental sharpness. Now we have covered all 4 juices. Each one supports a different system, but together they create a powerful natural approach to supporting your brain and eyes as you age. Next, I will show you how to combine them into one simple daily plan, the same plan I use with my own patients. It is easy to follow, gentle on the stomach, and designed to work even if you are starting later in life. Now that you know the 4 juices, let me show you how to turn them into a simple, gentle routine, a plan you can follow every day, even with a busy schedule or a sensitive stomach. The key is to work with your body's natural rhythm, not against it. Your eyes and brain do a lot of their repair while you sleep, but they also go through peaks of activity during the day, especially in the morning and late afternoon. So here is how to support that rhythm. Start your day with carrot juice. Drink it in the morning shortly after you wake up. It gives your retina the vitamin A and carotenoids it needs to reset and focus for the day ahead. If you take medication, you can drink it after your first light meal. In the early afternoon, usually between 2 and 4 in the afternoon, that is your window for beet juice. This is when energy often dips and circulation can slow. One small glass can help restore mental sharpness and support blood flow right when your brain needs it most. In the evening, about 90 minutes before bed, drink blueberry juice. This helps activate antioxidant defenses in the brain, supports brain-derived neurotrophic factor, and helps protect retinal nerves while you sleep. So where does spinach juice fit in? Spinach is best earlier in the day, around late morning or with lunch. The folate, vitamin K, and lutein support neurotransmitter balance and macular health, and they absorb well when your stomach is not too full and not completely empty. You do not need to drink all 4 juices every single day. You can rotate. 2 juices a day is plenty. Or focus on one for a full week, then switch. What matters is consistency, not perfection. These juices are not magic. They are tools, but over time they can support the small systems modern life wears down. The fragile blood vessels in your retina, the communication lines between brain cells, the memory circuits dulled by stress, inflammation, or simply time. You might not feel it on day 1, but stay with it. Healing rarely happens in a single night. It happens when you support your body every day, a little at a time. And if you are wondering whether it is too late, I will answer that in the next part. Because no matter your age, and no matter how long your eyes or your memory have been slipping, there is still a path forward. Let me show you what that can look like. I have spent more than 30 years working alongside older adults, some in their 60s, others in their 80s, who thought they had lost too much to recover. Too many missed names, too many blurred lines, too many moments where it felt like the world was slipping away. But I have seen how small daily choices can begin to turn things around. A glass of carrot juice in the morning, beet juice in the afternoon to wake up the brain, blueberry juice before bed to help your neurons rest and rebuild, spinach juice to support focus and vision during the day. It is not a miracle, but it is momentum, and often momentum is exactly what your body needs, steady support given consistently and with care. So if today is the day you decide to try even just one juice, even just one change, you have already done something powerful. Because the truth is, your brain and your vision have not given up on you. They are waiting for you to give them what they need. And it starts with what you pour into your glass. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. And don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe to Senior Meal Coach for more science-backed tips to stay strong and independent after 60. Remember this, aging doesn't have to mean getting weaker. With the right daily habits, you can wake up every morning feeling stronger. The choice is yours. Have a blessed day, and as always, breathe easy, my friend.